Hello people, this is not a mindful message. This is just a chat. I'm actually warming up now. I'm not taking my hood off or I'm gonna freeze again. So, just giving an update because I've been, on this journey. I'm almost 5 years celibate. I can't fucking believe that. Holy shit balls. Where did the time go? But you know what? I didn't really ever remember struggling too much about not. Anyway, I'm getting into this conversation. I don't want to get ahead of myself. But I was talking, we got a new girl at work. She's from New York City. And this is how you know you're a weirdo. People from the New York City look at you strange. They see a lot of shit, okay? I'm still a weirdo. I'm always going to be a weirdo. But this is why. It's a funny kind of weirdo. But, so, I told her, we've been talking over, this is her second week. And she found out today that I have been celibate for 5 years. And she's like, oh no, girl. You need to get some every once in a while. It's good for your mental health. And I almost peed my pants because I have laughing because I've been having all this anxiety and shit, and I was like, maybe my body is maybe that's real. But that's not what we were talking about. So I admitted that, I regret a lot of things in my life. I was a really good girl. I always had serious relationships. Basically, I miss my whole days. I miss my whole days. You know what I'm talking about, ladies? No judgment here. When you're in college, you just, go wild out. I never did that. And I'm like, why? Why did I never do that? I grew up, I did everything right, and you're hearing it from my mouth. I should have been a hoe for show. I probably would have had, more of a fun life instead of just, being the good girl at home that gets fucking cheated on. That's another thing. I did all the good girl shit. Ain't never, worked out for me. So, not that I would ever recommend young girls to just sleep around just for the sport of it. But if you get an inkling and you like someone and you're in college, you should take advantage of that. Because I'm 40 and I missed my whole train and I regret it. So I jokingly said, I'm not really joking if this happens. If I'm still single at 50, I'm going to be a ho-ho. A ho-ho for show. I'm going to date 25-year-olds. I'm going to be a cougar. Bye-bye, good girl. In comes bad girl. I'm doing it. I want to live a little. And I also admitted that I have, how everybody says that they have a bucket list? I have a fuck it list. Like a sex bucket list. I've been celibate for 5 years. I try to tell them you have a lot of time to think. So I created this whole fucking list. Mostly of places I want to do it. Things I want to try. When I turn 50, even if I'm married, I'm going to listen, husband, I'm just going to become a ho-ho. Just for you, though. Just a ho-ho. This whole year, we're doing some shit. You better get down for this. Because one day, we're going to be too old to have any sex. And I'm going to break my hip or something. So, 50, I'm getting drunk. Going out and getting drunk. I'm dancing my face off. And then you're just going to change your name every night. So I can pretend that I had my whole days. Damn it. It's happening, people. Everyone thinks I'm weird. I'm just being true. I'm just being honest. What has being a good, other than I'm clean as a whistle, thank God for that. I'm scared of AIDS. I'm scared of STDs and whatever the fuck STIs are. They weren't around when I was a kid. I'm like, what the fuck is an STI? I thought it just sounds like an STD. Are they different? Can somebody please explain this to the older generation? What's HPV? What the fuck is that? I know it's human papillomavirus, but where the fuck did that come from? How do you get that? How do you know if you have that? Paranoid. I'm like, I don't want anyone to touch my body. Can I just be honest about that? I worked really hard to be this pristine. Thank you. I don't want, it's like, to have bad luck and like meet somebody and they don't tell me they got some shit, and here I am being a good girl and I wind up with some shit. I don't want that. So I just don't sleep with people. I gotta get over this virgin alert mentality. It's like Spaceballs. Like I have a mental robot in there. Like, run away from men. You don't want that penis. You don't really want it. And I'm like, but yeah, maybe I do. You know, it's a battle in there. Nobody understands me. And they're like, why haven't you, you know, because I said, I'm like, I have to go on at least 3 dates with somebody. This is my problem. Okay, my generation, they're old now. They don't want to work. They just want to hook up with people. They're divorced. They already did the important shit. I just missed that train too. So they're like, look, I just want to have fun. I ain't about serious. And I'm like, but I am. I don't want to just fuck and never talk again. That feels so dirty. But at the same time, I'm like, I do have a chance to do my whole phase, guys. I could do it right now and nobody would know. And I still can't do it. This is some real shit. So I'm asking, ladies, how do I be a ho-ho and not get nasty things? How do I shut my brain off so that I don't run when the lights, you know, when they move in and the lights get low? Deer in headlights. So what do I do? I know what to do. Like, I know stuff, but I forget it. I just forget everything in the moment. And I'm like, what? I know I did this before, but the thought of doing it again is scary. It's been so long, it's scary. Is he gonna hurt? Am I gonna have to go through the virgin thing again? Because that was annoying. Can I just be honest? You know, women don't even like sex until like their 5th time doing it. We gotta figure it out. So I'm like, great. I'm gonna have to figure my own body out again. Like, I'm not a total saint, okay? I'm not fully celibate. I just have not, you know, let anybody else touch me. Ever. In 5 years. I'm rusty in the dating department in general because I was in a relationship for 15 years. So I don't know what the fuck I'm doing on a date. It just doesn't go well. Anyway, I said I need 3 dates. At least 3 dates before I can even decide if I want to sleep with somebody. Yeah, I'm that person. I'm not trying to be annoying. I'm not trying to be a tease. I'm just like, I'm not comfortable being naked in front of you. Unless, you know, I know you a little bit more. How do I know that you're not just, you know, if they're just about sex, then, and this is my circumstance, I have yet to make it to a 3rd date. Barely make it to the first ones. They always, as I'm speaking, is the fucking condom on the ground. Unopened, thank God. But, you know, Syracuse, I can say this because I live here. Just everybody's a ho-ho these days. I might want to be a ho-ho, but I only want to be a ho-ho for one person. Does that make sense? Can we just be hoes for each other? Does that exist? I wish it did. I probably wouldn't be celibate. But anyway, even New York City's looking at me like, girl, I need to get you some D for 1. I want to see this bucket list for 2. They're asking me what was on it. It said funny ones, like the scuba diving one. I think it would be hilarious to have sex with the mouth things on. I think it would be funny. But I also want to take someone to the Grand Canyon and be like, hey, maybe you should explore my canyon. Winky, winky. And, you know, anything that comes with a pun, I'm doing it. I like it. I'm that kind of cheese. That's how I be sexy, okay? I just say some fucked up shit in the moment and just look at you and smile. But usually get this reaction. Like, what? It's in my voice. Say stuff and everyone's like, I forget you're an adult. Every time I talk about sex, everyone's like, Lizzie! I'm like, what? I'm not a total prude. I just don't let people touch me. I have thoughts. I've done some stuff. I've made it to the third date before in general. But I feel like a virgin all over again. Like, I don't even remember how to kiss somebody. That's real. What am I gonna do? Help me!